Welcome to Hartbury and the British bred sports horse Stallion event for 2015. We have great support from the British Equestrian Federation, and this year has seen some new momentum in our breeding. And up in the cafeteria there this morning was one of the very first national meetings of the British Breeders' Network, and continue to improve the quality of horses that we breed in the UK. Proset, 18 years old and still an athlete. Great movement, fantastic trainability. Of course, we remember him with Carl Hester in the UK. He competed at WEG in 2010 and 14. He was the winner of the Norwegian Championships in 2010, 11, 12 and 14. Proset has offspring competing at the highest levels in most equestrian disciplines, a sure sign of his versatility. He is licensed and approved by SHBGB. He stands at Meadow Stud. Franklin Sugar, by first time, a sire of the world champion and a world champion himself. It's a 9-year-old British warm blood graded stallion. He's 16'2" and British bred. Now competing and winning at advanced medium and training at PSG. He was graded with the BWBS. He was praised for his impressive loose elastic movement and his scopy jump. First Heinrich was a prolific sire of dressage horses. Awarded a premium stallion at licensing, he then went on to become champion of his performance test. As a 5-year-old, he was crowned a world champion. Franklin Sugar's dam, Eileen, is a state premium mare by the jumping stallion Accord 2. He will stand at Stallion AI services for a couple of weeks early in the season. This is Debonair, #1 in the Futurity dressage rankings. Bearing in mind he's now rising 5. He has natural engagement, natural swing through the body. This is De Niro, followed by Showstar, followed by Potsdam. From the mother line of the stallion Rittmeister, approved for Oldenburg, approved with the British Warm Bloods. He was also 3rd in the national championships at Stoneleigh. This is a horse really for the highest level, with a great canter, which he's always had, and always engagement of the hind leg. He can cope with pressure and stress, and this is the great quality that comes from De Niro, that rideability, that wish to work. This is Woodlander Bababu. He's 9 this year, qualified for the winters this year at advanced medium in music. Has had a very large number of offspring presented for the Futurity with very high scores, and crosses well with thoroughbred mares to really bring good quality, full warm blood movement. There's a very lovely yearling called Wazima, who was an elite out of a very beautiful thoroughbred. He has, of course, 2 licensed sons in Wales and the wonderful Wild Child, who, of course, had that sort of slightly famous mother, Farouche. So, you know, we have to give her some credit for that horse, too. This is a horse with top rideability. This horse has never been anywhere without being a champion. He has, I think, 3 times achieved an elite in the Futurity. Under saddle, this horse is an absolute delight. He grows and he's like riding a 17-hand horse. He's by Bababoom, and he's out of a Welsh Section C mare from a very strong competition and showing line. And he's approved for the SPSF, where he was the champion with the highest marks they've ever given to a 2.5-year-old. He was also approved with BBSH, which was done with the Oldenburgs, and he was also the champion for the Warm Blood Breeders Studbook UK. This is Southern Cross Armani. He's by the Stallion United. United is by the Great Crack Sea. And he finished his performance test in Ermelo with the highest scores awarded to date, 9.5 for trot, canter and the mechanics as a dressage horse. Armani also has 2 international class and successful Grand Prix horses on his father's side of the pedigree. On the other side of the bloodline, Armani's mother, Tutsier, is by Jazz, one of the most successful sires of dressage horses in the world, and Tutsier is also the full sister to Parzival. Fully licensed and performance tested by KWPN and is also approved by Oldenburg. Currently competing at PSG, working at Grand Prix level already, standing with Southern Cross. Dream on. This is an Oldenburg Stallion. He's approved Oldenburg and Westphalian, and he's by the great son of De Niro Depardieu. The mother line, of course, makes him a very valuable stallion, not just for dressage, but also for jumping and eventing. He's in training at the Dressage Company and will compete this year at Small Tour. He competed himself at the Bundeschampionat final as a show jumper, and he has many offspring in Germany and already has had several offspring compete in the Bundeschampionat final in the dressage section and finishing in the top 10. So an internationally approved stallion with performance, producing young horses with performance. Barto Salvatella, a pre-stallion by Moromo and bred by the famous Salvatella stud near Barcelona. The stunning stallion combines traditional Spanish looks with graceful conformation, a beautiful head, and most importantly, great temperament and trainability. He is graded for breeding by ANCCE. He is competing and winning at dressage with affiliated scores of up to 75%, 76%. He has now moved up to advanced level and is aiming for PSG this season. We believe he would make a good match not only for Prix and Arab mares, but also with pony mares or larger mares looking for something a bit more compact, but still with great trainability and of course his outstanding temperament. Stands at Withington near Cheltenham. Romano Raphael, bred at Romano Stud. This is the current NAF 5-star Open Novice Champion and now competing at Advanced Medium. Rubenstar M, producer of many good horses. He's graded with the British Warm Blood Society. He's 170 centimetres. 2015 will be his first season at Stallion. He was only backed at the end of his 4th year, and in under 3 years he's amassed almost 200 dressage points. This is Summertime Blues, rising 3 now. This is by the wonderful stallion Birken, who had his first crop of stallion candidates this year, and this is the only Birken approved for Hanover. Also approved for Warm Blood Breeders Studbook UK. His mother is by Margaux, and Margaux went on to be a Grand Prix horse. And this mother line is the mother line of the sire of Vavavoom. And you can see with no training, no riding, this is a horse with a lot of natural elevation, with a great walk, a super canter, which unfortunately you can't see today. El Dorado, a 6-year-old KWPN stallion. Became licensed for breeding with Breeders Elite and approved with the AES. He's by Special D, the son of Metal. He's out of the Demiro Caritas mare. And as a 4-year-old in 2013, he was the reserve national champion, then at the BD National Championship Stony. He went one better to be crowned national champion in the 4-year-old potential international dressage horse final. As a 5-year-old in 2014, he put on a superb performance at the Babington Young Dressage Horse to become the reserve national champion and the best 5-year-old. Has started to compete at elementary, again winning every class entered with scores up to 79%. And he's standing at WSC Dressage. He's a sports pony studbook graded pony, and he's owned by Mrs. Littledale. From Morgan Equine, we have Bion. This is a pre-Andalusian stallion bred by the famous Maipa stud, one of the top breeders of dressage horses in Spain. He is licensed by the Spanish with special approval for dressage awarded with excellence. Bialor's full brother is part of the Maipa dressage team. Will be competing at advanced level in 2015. Is available by AI, and the stud welcomes both warm blood and Iberian mares. You see here a horse with really a tremendous canter, a really exceptional pirouette, and of course their great ability for collection and the high stool movements. Brennesby, a KWPN stallion graded in the UK by the WBS, 168 centimetres. And he is a son of the famous Rainer B, the fantastic Rubenstein mare who brought home several medals for Holland, including 2016 gold, 2007 Dutch national champion, European team gold. Brennesby is sired then by the great Grand Prix stallion Diamond Hit, who descends from Donahoe. And he won the World Championships with a 10 for his canter. He scored 80% in the 6-year-old class, and he won his first Advanced Medium 100 and is now starting at PSG. Has already produced young stock that have received higher first premiums with the BEF. Don Dante, a premium stallion for the Warm Blood Breeders Stud Book and the national medium restricted champion at the National Championships for British Dressage. And he's also just won his first advanced medium class. His sire Dancier is absolutely the celebrated sire for Hanover for producing great type, great rideability, and he of course carries the blood of the wonderful De Niro. Don Dante, the reserve champion dressage yearling for the Futurity in 2008, and in 2009 he was the reserve champion at the Stallion grading and also gained his premium. Stands at Stratton Stud. RFS Socrates, now rising 5-year-old dark bay stallion. Sarkozy, out of a mare by Brunchway Charming Prince, out of a Valiant mare. Sarkozy was the vice Bundeschampion and the Hanoverian champion. Sarkozy led the field in the Bundeschampionnat final for 4-year-old stallions, scoring 9.5 for confirmation and 9 for all basic paces. The jetback stallion only missed out on the title by 1 point. At the BEF Futurity evaluations, Socrates was the highest scoring pony over all disciplines as both a 2- and a 3-year-old. This year he will compete and begin his journey through the levels. RFS Socrates is graded with Henke Mindermann's Breeders Elite Stud Book. This is a KWPN stallion. He's now an 8-year-old. Licensed by the AES, by Sandreo, out of a Jazz Dorito mother. Bubble Up Sire Sandreo by Sandro Hit. During Sandreo's performance test at Ermelo, he made an extraordinary impression. He won the final and the total stallion competition in Sertogenbosch, competing at advanced and a regular winner with over 70%. And he has scored up to 79% in BD classes. He was regional champion in February 2013. Bubble Up is also a young horse class winner, scoring 8.8 for ability when winning the 4-year-old potential at the Welsh Festival of Dressage. He'll be available at start at Unique Dressage. Caraco Fabrizio. Danaway Flash Jack is a multiple champion, including winning the Prince of Wales Cup and Supreme Championship at the Royal Show in 2000. He sired numerous champions, including Tarraco Fiasco, full brother to Fabrizio. Tiranion Triple Crown, who needs little introduction to Welsh breeders, who is a multiple winner in hand and driving, winning at the Royal Welsh and also siring the very famous Danaway Tango. As a 2-year-old, Fabrizio was the champion of the SPS grading. He had a huge score of over 81%. He had excellent marks for all 3 gates, confirmation, his jump, and an incredible 10 for his temperament. This is Springsteen. I think definitely over the years we've watched this horse, and the consistency and the impressive way in which he performs under saddle has been for us every year a pleasure. He has great presence, a beautiful head and neck and a good length of rein. This horse, I think, is a breeding stallion for many jobs. His paces are bold, expressive, off the ground, and his temperament is very kind. And this has helped him to become an international Grand Prix dressage horse, as well as a working stallion. I think it's important to say that he produces stock for dressage and eventing, and his pedigree, with a tremendous athleticism coming from his dam sire Sax, and of course from the great Dutch Dream, who was by Dutch Gold. This is heaven. He is by that great stallion, Hotline. And Hotline is by the Trakehner stallion, Hofrat, out of a De Niro mother. And Hofrat is by Gribaldi. And Gribaldi sits #1 in the World Breeding Federation rankings for dressage sires. And this horse then has on the mother line a Londonderry, Benz, Consul mother. He had extremely high scores and was the champion of the warm blood stallion licensing with every score over 8. He will be presented to Oldenburg for licensing and to Hanover once he's under saddle. He was too young this year. Flammengold, a son of Florestan out of a Parademarsch Pelkönig mother, approved for Hessen, Westphalia, British warm bloods, and of course Hanover. The winner of his licensing and performance test. He was South German dressage champion in 2000. In the UK to date, he's won 10 PSGs and 2 Inter-1s. He has elite and high first premiums for many of his youngsters. His young horses are winning at novice to medium. Frank Sinatra is an exciting prospect and has recently won PSG and Intermediaire. In England, Fabioso is already winning at PSG and Intermediaire and now is placed Grand Prix. And Platinum Honey's Hope is a 14-2, 5-year-old German and UK licensed Hanoverian pony stallion by Halifax out of a Maasvogel mare. He's done some unaffiliated shows to get competition experience and has won or been placed each time with scores well over 70%. And he's now ready to start his affiliated career in 2015. He's a very interesting breeding stallion, not just for competition, but also for children's ponies. Because I think sometimes when you look at a pony stallion, you have to say, is this going to be for the normal child, or is this going to be for the competitive child? And the difference is an extra gear. And I think he has an extra gear, but he also has really such a lovely internal quietness. Sandro Sun. Another charming 7-year-old, an Oldenburg, graded with SHBGB. So Sunny Boy, Delphi, who was by the wonderful Stallion Diamantino. 168 centimeters high. And this horse is just making the move from jumping to dressage. And he's currently competing at medium level with scores between 60 and 75% and working towards advanced medium. He has 9 foals to come this year, and the ones he's had so far have graded elite. He stands at West Kington Stud. This is Master Merlin. He's an Oldenburg horse, graded with Breeders Elite. By Schufro, out of Maxwell's Nescafe. His father Schufro was bred by Paul Schockemöller and is by the world famous Sandro Hipp, who had 3 sons competing in the 2012 Olympics. And Schufro's mother is by Don Schufro. Maxwell's Nescafe was a prolific graded coloured stallion, and his bloodlines include the Grand Prix Dressage stallion, Maximilian. Competed in 2014 predominantly in young horse classes, scoring consistently above 7. Finalist at the Badminton Young Horse. Was well placed in a strong field and had the accolade of being the only coloured stallion to qualify. More information on this stallion can be found at his home at Dreammaker Stallion. Sir England. He stands 176. This beautiful black horse is by Sir Oldenburg. Sir Oldenburg, by the great Sion, the sire of Spirit Freedom. And the mother line is Donnerschlag and Weltmeister. And Weltmeister himself, a Grand Prix horse. He's a Württemberg stallion. And as I said, he's graded with Breeders' Elite Stud Book. And is training to Grand Prix. He stands at Upland Stud in Surrey. And it's Francia. Finished his performance test in Schliekau. A really good dual-purpose stallion by the great United. And of course, United by Craxi. And Craxi, the sire of some great Dutch stallions, including Vivaldi, who had 3 children in the finals of the 6-year-old World Breeding Championships. On the bottom line, we have Silvano, and Silvano was a really famous Dutch Grand Prix horse. Silvano was at the Olympics and was 6th in the finals. And we really quite like a little bit of jumping blood in a dressage horse. And we really saw the benefit in the athleticism of this horse.